Well, it's finally here. Cheers, mate.
Random black guy.
That is how success tastes. Sweet indeed. What up, y'all? Alfie here, aka Random Black Guy, aka Chocolate Face No Makeup. And I'm so happy. Here's my quick review for the film El Camino. El Camino is the long-awaited Breaking Bad film. To be honest, this is not a film. This film is an event after this one and that one. But it's still an event. If you don't know, guys, I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is my #1 favorite show ever. That show is a character study of how an ill man who was a bit afraid and was pretty sweet turned to this evil, ruthless, notorious drug kingpin. And that story is just amazing. And Bryan Cranston as Walter White. Wow. And Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman. These two guys are the perfect duo. So I was so excited after seeing the last episode. I actually saw the last episode just so I can remind myself yesterday so I can see this film. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit. This is one of the best films of this year, hands down. This film is written and directed by Vince Gilligan, and he's the same guy who created this show. And he also created X-Files, I think. And this film is starring Aaron Paul, with a lot of cameos. But this film is mostly about Jesse Pinkman. The plot of the film is this film starts directly after the last episode ended. And that is Jesse took the car and drove off. And he's wanted right now. What he's trying to do is he wants to find a new life because he was captivated by this evil Nazi gang. They messed him up totally. So you see how Jesse Pinkman became all messed up while trying to find a new life. And that is what this film is mostly about. This film just picks up right after the last episode. What I really liked about this film is Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman shines in this film, man. He is so good. I liked him as Jesse, but in this film, he convinced me that he can act. Like, he carried this film because he's the protagonist. Jesse Pinkman is a badass in this film, man. He's a badass. All he wants is money so he can live a new life, and he wants, revenge. And that is just awesome, man. I liked Aaron Paul. I think Aaron Paul did a great job. And one thing I really liked about this film also is the screenwriting and the plot. The plot is pretty simple. It's about a wanted man who wants to live a new life, and we've seen it 1,000 times. But what I like is the writing in this film. The writing is on notch, top notch. Vince Gilligan did his best with this one, man. I like the dialogues and the writing in this. Like, I was in the edge of my seat because I was so afraid that Jesse Pinkman would die in this film. Spoilers. And I was like, oh my god, okay, anything can happen in this. And I was so on my edge of the seat. I was so invested in this film because of the dialogue and the screenwriting. So Vince Gilligan, kudos to you. And the direction is also pretty solid. It is good. It feels a little bit blockbustery. It feels really like a big budget. What I really liked about the show was it felt restrained. It felt low budget. And with this one, it just felt a little bit too big, a little bit too polished for me. But I still like that we still had the cinematography and the tone was still there. It feels like a continuation. It doesn't feel different. So I like that, man. What I also really like is the cameo. My favorite character of that show was Mike, and I was so happy to see Mike. He did a cameo. He was in the beginning of this film. He was like total of 5 minutes, but I was still happy to see him. And Walter White, I was so happy to see him there too. And Skinny and Badger, thank you guys for being there too. You guys are awesome. So the cameos was solid, solid, solid. The only thing that I did not like about this film is that this film is set directly after the last episode, and you can clearly see that the actors have grown. They are a bit older, and it's just a little bit weird. If this film was based maybe 5 years later, I would accept it, but this film is directly based after the last episode, so it was kind of hard for me. It took me off a little bit because you can clearly see that everybody is a little bit old, and some people have gray on their hair, and it's like, oh, you had to do something to fix that. But I understand, you know, if you can't take the logic out of that, then you're probably not going to enjoy this. But if you like these characters like I did, it's going to be a little bit weird at first, but then you're going to love it more and more and more, just because of the writing and the direction and the acting. That was the only bad thing about this film, except that this film is a masterpiece, a true masterpiece. Netflix, this is one of the, this is number 2, the best original film in Netflix. Netflix, you did a great job. You did a great job of picking this up. So my rating of El Camino, I give El Camino 4.5 out of 5 with a tour de force by Aaron Paul as Jesse Pinkman and all of the cameos. This is a film you need to watch. As a fan of Breaking Bad, you need to see this, and as somebody who's seen a couple of episodes, just see it because of the acting and the direction and the writing, because everything is there. This is how you take a show and build it around. The long await is here, and it was all good, and it was all worth the waiting. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5 for El Camino. Guys, have you seen El Camino? What do you think about El Camino? Did you like it like I did? Did you not like it? Write your comments down below and let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell, so every time I upload a new video, you will be the first to see it. My name is Alfie, aka Random Black Guy, aka Chocolate Face No Makeup, and that was my review of the film or the event El Camino. Until next time, guys, I'm giving you out there. Peace.
Random.
What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. 2019 has been a great year. October has been the best month, hands down. Peace.
Random Black